All right, last one of these before learning 2. Here's our updated makerspace. MIT posters on the board. This is middle school makerspace, mostly physical fabrication. You come in the door, you get a nice view of the work areas spread out, lumber over there, power tools along the left wall, so I can watch everybody work at once. Hand power tools are kept inside a locked cabinet that is held by me and the principal have the keys, and that's about it. Inside we've got nail gun, handheld bandsaw, reticulating saw, handheld sander. Jigsaw is one of the best tools, a couple powerful hand drills, another handheld bandsaw, a few drum sanders, and another handheld circular saw. That's not bad. Below it is where I keep all the drill bits and everything that might use to service these guys here. Next to it is PVC, organized next to the balsa wood and other PVC. Along the wall, I keep all of our heavy power tools so I can watch all the students who work with them. There is our miter saw. I use that every day. Here's an arcade cabinet one of our kids is building. That's pretty sweet. Big, powerful table saw. That's a great addition to the shop for cutting large lumber, really precise. Over here, there's a handheld sander, or not a handheld, a standing sander. That's like a flat sander as well as a circular part. More storage for student projects. There's a drum sander. I really like that. Students respond to it well. And a good bandsaw, which is almost impossible to overstate how often we use that. Against this wall is more storage for cardboard, odds and ends. So this is all my hardware storage. Screws, tools, weird stuff kids are going to use for projects. Next to that are hand tools. These are screwdrivers, saws, clamps, all kinds of stuff. And these things pull out pretty well, so you get an idea of how much storage we've got. We got measurement tools on the front, so your levels, your T-squares, tape measures. Next to that is screwdrivers, hammers, organized pretty well. Next to this is odds and ends. So pliers, scissors, tin snips. I've got magnet strips holding them down. Then below it, I've just got random clamps, chisels, staple guns, the big bolt cutters, because you never know. Last one is most of my clamps. So I went on a clamp ordering spree last time. Big clamps, little clamps, small clamps, and saws. Up front is more space for student storage. It's a little bit disorganized. A student built that long wood bench. I really like it. Whiteboard. Student work areas are in the middle of the classroom to keep them away from everybody who might be using tools. Usually you can fit about 2 or 3 students at a desk using tools comfortably. Here's my stuff for learning too. Couple of tables have power running to them, which is nice for when kids are using Dremels or hot glue guns. This is art storage, so fabrics, glues, glitter, all kinds of cool stuff. And then this whole area is more art. Kids really like making their projects look cool. So I keep it here, but they can take it back to their seats, including a couple of, what do you call them, styrofoam cutters. Those are awesome in their precision. This cabinet is mostly electronics, so parts that would go into your makey-makeys, Arduinos, etc., wires, LEDs, whatever else. Some random storage of student bridges up top. More odds and ends, so I've got like matches, tape, batteries, scissors, cutters, utility knives, all right here. Usually I can take those out for what we're using for class, and I'll put them on this table so that the students aren't always looking for what they need. If I know we're gonna need box cutters and scissors and rulers, I'll take them out of here and put them there. Against this wall, we've got a little more of the hardware. There's our soldering station. There's a rocket that the 6th graders are shooting off. Next to soldering is mostly Dremels. The Dremels are down here. I like corded Dremels because they don't break that easily. The recharging batteries never seem to work that well. Then there's your drilling stations, these little 5-volt drills that kids really seem to dig. That is a kind of storage area. The kids can get the Dremels and bring them back to where they want to work. We've got some take-apart machines, some acrylic, some other things stored up here. Against this wall is some more work areas. We've got some tools that require voltage converters, so we put those on and then put the voltage converter kind of connected to a power strip. So anything in there is good. I got a big drill press. I got a grinder. I got some clamps, some larger ones, and we kind of attached that green thing to the back of those workbenches so that they stand up and can hold pretty well. Storage goes underneath the table of consumables, so wood, plastic bottles, cardboard. Next to it is styrofoam, more cardboard because you can never have too much cardboard. I got a little scroll saw. That thing's pretty handy, actually. Another voltage converter if we need it. Hanging stuff for projects. Those wood blocks are for another kid's project coming up. Wood storage against the wall in this neat little custom-built wood store. Portable workbench that kids can move around. And then kind of another work area. So adequately, we can work pretty well with about 16 kids, but it gets crowded and busy in here, especially if they're using power tools. So just supervise your kids. I like all the power tools in one corner, so then you can keep an eye on everybody. And mostly works pretty well. That's it, KIS Middle School Makerspace.